Konnichiwa, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to talk about closing. Eigyo desu. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. This is the 7th year of the Sales Japan series podcast, broadcasting around the world from the Beverly Hills of Japan, Minato-ku, here in downtown Tokyo. It is chic central. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, the president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. Plus, stop wasting money on training in Japanese, training de okane o muda ni suru no wa yamimashou, and these are all available now on Amazon. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive and even better, thrive in business. 1, sell more, do it more easily. 2, exceed your targets, in fact, blow up your targets. 3, make some serious money. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series. And every second Tuesday, the Business Touches in no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcasto Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 326. Today, we're talking about asking for the business in sales. I was listening to a sales podcast, and the expert guest was lampooning some typical closes as outdated, insulting, and useless. He was relating how early in his sales career he'd come across these closes and they didn't work. Naturally, he had written his own book with a better alternative. I was thinking about what he said and asked myself, are these typical closes actually outdated or not? Everything is contextual, so it is hard to give a bulletproof undertaking, but I think they still work. And it is all in how we deliver them that makes the real difference. All of this discussion presupposes we've done a proper job in all stages of the sales cycle leading up to asking for the business. We must have developed trust with the buyer. That means we've worked out the style of business communication they prefer. Are they super direct? Or do they want to have a cup of tea together and get to know each other first? Are they highly detail-oriented, or do they prefer big-picture discussions and don't want to get into the weeds? Have we dug deep enough in asking questions to Have we dug deep enough in asking questions to fully understand the needs, or are we missing some crucial insight? Often, buyers won't share all their dirty laundry with a salesperson they have only just met, and they keep key information from us. That means our proposed solution may not fit their needs perfectly, and we won't get the deal done. Did we explain our solution in terms which make sense to their situation, and they can see how they can adapt it into their company? When they raised some issues, were we able to deal with them fully and eliminate all concern and doubt? All of these conditions have to be met before we raise the issue of buying the solution we are proffering. Once we get to this stage, we can vary how we ask based on the client and how the preceding conversations have played out. If the client is the direct type, that we can ask a very direct question, such as, shall we go ahead? They won't be offended and will prefer to get moving because for them, time is money. If they are a let's have a cup of tea type, then something less direct might be needed. We can ask a question which requires them to make a decision for something in the future. The alternative choice clause works well here. We can say, I know that planning and coordination within your firm are both important aspects of why you are so successful as a business. So to help me serve you properly, would you like to start next month, or would the month after that be better for you? You will notice I set this question up. I didn't just say, should we start this month or the next month? It is best to link the phrasing of the question to the context of the conversation to make sure you are demonstrating you are sensitive to your interest around the timing and not pushing your own wagon because you need the commission sooner rather than later. Find out more. We come back from the break. Today's show is brought to you by our public courses, but we also are doing custom in-house programs. We do them in both Japanese and English. We do them in our super safe classroom and live online. On the 6th of February, we'll be doing our high impact presentations program. 2 instructors, everything videoed, main modules delivered over 2 days. Powerful program. People come in one end, go out the other, totally transformed. Totally transformed. It is unbelievable the amount of progress. And the reason for that is it's one-on-one coaching for 2 days. You're either being coached in the main room when you're presenting, it's being videoed, or you're being coached in the review room with the other coaches. You watch yourself on the screen and get expert coaching on how to make it even better. Terrific program. On the 13th of December and later on the 25th, we're doing a Dale Carnegie course. This covers everything you need to get on with people, be a better communicator, better presenter, have better people skills, deal with your stress, all that sort of stuff. Plus, come out of your comfort zone and put your hand up, volunteer for things, have the confidence to do that. On the 13th of February, we're doing Leadership Training for Managers course. This is everything you need about leadership in a box. Whole thing is there. Everything, all the structures are there, all the contact detail around what you've got to do in each section, each component is there. Terrific program. On the 14th of February, we'll be doing Winning with Relationship Selling. I love this program because it really combines 2 key things. How to become a trusted advisor to the client with all the skills you need in sales. Sales is purely mastering a set of skills. Nothing, dark art about that. The dark art part comes in the human relationship. That's why winning with relationship selling, keyword relationship selling, is the giveaway. That's what this program provides. Go to our website at www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. That's www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. Lots and lots of value there for you. To do better in Japan, email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching video, then we have nearly 2,000 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. Welcome back. Another close looks at a small detail they'll have to decide after they have purchased. Again, we should try and link this expression to the context of the previous conversations. We can say, I notice that there is quite a push from the government to move things across from paper to digital formats. The digitization policy varies quite a bit amongst our clients. In this regard, would you prefer paper, or if we send you a digital invoice, will that satisfy the accounting team in your firm? Whatever the answer, it implies that they are willing to buy and pay. It is also critical that the tone of our voice does not vary when we get to the close. It must be a smooth transition to the sharp end of the decision and yet be seamless and comfortable, as if this was the most ordinary thing in the world. We are pushing for a deadline to be met regarding the buying decision. This can come across as crass and pushy to the buyer. So we need to set this one up carefully. We can say, head office has been very helpful to us here in Japan by making a discount available on the purchase if it takes place before the end of next month. Now, normally, they don't do many discount offers, so this is rather a rare occasion. It does, however, provide a nice 15% discount on the purchase, and the deadline still has a couple of weeks to run before they withdraw the offer. Do you think that the leadership team would like to enjoy the discount before it disappears and make the agreement before the cutoff date? A similar clause is the so-called last one in stock approach. Again, this comes across as a bit dodgy unless we handle it correctly. We can say, demand for our widget has actually been surprisingly stronger than expected. Also, as you know, there are still major issues with supply chain for a lot of products, and our case fits into that category too. Actually, it's been much more difficult than usual getting resupplied, and everything has slowed right down. If we can make a decision fairly soon, I am positive I can guarantee supply of the widget, and I know that this will be a big help to your business to not have to wait for the resupply process to kick in and risk delays. Are your procurement team in a position to make a decision fairly soon in order to secure supply? All of these clauses are what I would call soft sell, and therefore highly appropriate for Japan. The important point is to provide some context around the clause so that the whole presentation comes across as logical and natural. Thank you for joining the Sales Japan series. If you found the program useful, then please work on your karma and share this with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you've learned today. Go out there and survive. Use it and make some serious money. Bucks, dough, moolah, coin, dosh, lolly, ready, smackers, earners, and bread and honey. Remember, I'm in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.